Hello again, once more here in the Pillar Channel. I'm Pablo, your host, and this is Kieran.
Hi.
So Kieran, welcome back to the show.
I'm happy to be back.
One thing that got me thinking, because we had this whole talk about like the smart wallet, and that seems to be like the whole like fuss right now, especially in the interviews that we did back in Berlin. Too many people talking about the smart wallet and smart contract wallet and everything, which are the same thing, by the way. But one thing that's very special to the Pillar smart wallet is the Pillar payment network, or the PPN as we're calling it, and the Pillar tank, the whole situation. Mm-hmm. What can you say about that?
I'm actively developing this service.
Ooh, okay.
Behind the scenes, the service that I develop is known as the synthetic service.
Service.
Yeah. And
so it's not organic.
No. I like what you did there. That's good. And you know, in a nutshell, it allows you to use your Pillar tokens to trade or effectively turn the Pillar token into another token.
So we're talking meta tokens here.
Yes.
So okay. All right. That's an interesting concept. Like, so basically, by having my Pillar tank full to the brim with tokens, with Pillar tokens, because that's the only token we can put in there, right?
Correct.
Right. Because otherwise, why?
At the end of the day, you know, Pillar is a meta token. You know, it's a meta token.
And that's being a meta token will be the main utility of the Pillar token.
Yeah.
Right. So by having my Pillar tank in my Pillar payment network in my smart wallet full to the brim with Pillar.
Yeah.
If I want to interact with any other projects that require any other tokens, I'll just be able to use that Pillar and swap that Pillar directly to that other tokens without going the other like usual route. Because if I have like Pillar, I'll have to like sell it for Ether and then go back to Pillar and then pay my fees and everything. And if I understand correctly, and this is very exciting, if I have Pillar, I'll be able to do that and also pay the fees, the gas fees, with Pillar.
Correct. Actually, you won't even see the fees. So
I won't even see the fees?
You won't even see the fees.
That makes me happy.
You know, there are no fees. So
no VAT.
No VAT. No VAT, no corporation tax.
Awesome.
So, you know, in a nutshell, the way it works is, you know, you would talk to my service, and the first thing, you know, your wallet does, because, you know, it's you via the wallet, your wallet says, right, I want, I don't know, name a token that you like.
BAT, basic attention token.
Yeah, basic attention token. Let's say, okay, I want to exchange my pillars in my Pillar tank for, I don't know, 1,000 BAT. What will happen is you tell my synthetic service, this is what I want 1,000 BAT, and we will tell you, right, that's going to cost you X amount of Pillar. And we've made a note of that on the synthetic service. This is what we offered you.
Right.
What your wallet will do, is your smart wallet, is it will make a transaction with that amount of Pillar to our service, and whenever you're ready, you send a commit message to our service, and then we make the transaction. Right. So we verify that you sent us the pillars. We look at what tokens you wanted to exchange. We get the token for you. We make the exchange behind the scenes. We swallow all the gas fees, and we send the BAT that you requested straight to your smart wallet. Done.
Right, that's very exciting indeed. But it's a curveball, this one. I know that this might not come out as positively as I want to, but let's do it anyway, because this just came to me. Yeah. So if I want BAT, for example, to a tip content producer, content creator that I really like on YouTube, because you can do that.
Yeah.
So in the future, through the synthetic service,
Yeah.
will I potentially be able to do that straight away? Like
Yes.
instead of like just buying BAT and then sending that BAT, would I just like be able to like, yeah, tip, just
Yeah.
send my pillar and that will happen without me even...
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So, yeah, absolutely. So actually, when your smart wallet talks to the synthetic service, you do specify who you want it to go to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you do tell it.
Oh, so I will be able to do that straight away.
Straight away. It's instant. It's free. We swallow all the fees.
That's awesome.
And we this is known as like a layer 2 solution. So
Right.
it's an off-chain solution. Hence why we're able to do it fast and free and instant.
That's so nice because like then it turns like my Pillar smart wallet into almost like a hub for crypto projects.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if I want to like contribute to any project that I like,
Yeah.
I'll be able to do that straight away with my Pillar.
Yeah.
I won't need to store any other tokens.
You don't need to. That's the whole point about the Pillar meta token.
That's so
It
great.
is a meta token, and the synthetic service does the work, does the exchange, it makes sure everything's okay, and then it will send your desired tokens on to whoever you wanted to send it to, or back to yourself.
That's so awesome because like, how many tokens are there?
So many.
ERC20.
So
just
just
ERC20.
ERC20. I don't know. We're talking the thousands. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so if you're like storing that many and like you're buying and then storing, but you just want to like, oh no, but I just wanted like 25 of these and now I have 100 and like
Yeah.
what, so like that's like building up and building up,
Yeah.
and like can get a little bit
Yeah.
daunting, can't it?
Yeah,
Like
it can.
overwhelming, really.
Yeah.
Like so, if I just want to have like Ethereum and Pillar
Yeah.
and some other coins and
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
Hold
We're not going to talk about that. Yeah.
I'll be able to do just that.
Yeah, you don't have. The philosophy is you don't really have to have any other token. You can just have Pillar tokens for everything, and we will do the exchanges for you and send what you want back. And it's the problem with any blockchain network is they can cost gas fees or transaction fees. If the network is under heavy load or high pressure, these gas fees can go up because we have to entice the miners to process your transaction.
Right. And all the back and forth, right? Necessary
Yeah,
to
all the
like
backwards and forwards.
Trade this token for the other token for
Yeah.
that coin. That coin buys the other token, and then you can finally send that token.
Exactly. And it's a long-winded
So many
process. The worst case scenarios, you could be waiting a long time for your tokens to come back. For example, if you're making exchanges directly to the blockchain.
Right.
But we don't. We built a layer on top of the blockchain, and it is a layer 2. It's a layer 2 solution. And what this means is that we don't even touch the blockchain. We've lifted what we need from the blockchain, and we interact with this layer that we're running, and then that way we have the perception that everything's happening so quickly, because it's not the perception, it is happening so quickly, because we've lifted the essentials from the blockchain, and then whenever we're ready, we commit these changes back to the blockchain periodically.
Right.
So we've lifted the essentials out of the blockchain so we can work with it.
That's kind of amazing.
And the end result is that there are no fees and these are instant transactions. This was I simplified that a lot, just so you know.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we need, because like sometimes these things can be so complex for everyone to understand.
Yeah.
But I think that you did a great job there, because
Thanks. Yeah.
you managed to blow my mind right there. Because
Yeah.
like I said, like I'm very very crypto curious.
Yeah.
Hey, big curious mom.
Shout out.
But this is awesome, because like it kind of takes the whole hassle
Yeah.
of
It
it
does, yeah.
away from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And kind of like makes interacting with it makes me want to interact with other projects.
Yeah,
because now I can definitely like, if there's like this one content creator that I really like that's accepting BAT, for example, going back, I can do it with just Pillar. I don't need to buy VAT again.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that was the whole design of the Pillar Meta token, was to perform this function.
Right.
And to solve quite a big problem. So it's also worth noting as well that the reason these solutions have come about, the need for these layer 2 solutions have come out of the fact that there's so much demand for decentralized applications. There's so much demand for cryptocurrency. Whenever you have these spikes, the network just slows down to a crawl, and ultimately it ends up in this like terrible user experience. Just remember that if we want to make an exchange, just money exchange, like pounds to USD, we can just go to a bank or we can go to an exchanger and get it just like that. The experience for mass adoption to take place has to be on par with a real world experience. So like
in a way, would you compare? I'm just trying to make like an analogy to make like extra simple for anyone to understand.
Yeah.
Like, so I use Monzo.
Yeah.
Like whenever I travel, I take my Monzo with me. I can use my Monzo to like exchange for like euros or crowns, because I was just in Prague. So like I exchange with crowns. I'm going to Russia later today,
you need the rubles.
I'll be able to like just tap my card and instantly pay with pounds, but pay rubles. Rubles?
Rubles.
I always think that's Zelda.
Yeah, rupees.
Rupees.
Yeah.
So if I
great game.
Great game. So basically, what Pillar's doing is basically like a Monzo situation.
Yeah, behind the scenes, you could say the synthetic service is doing that. In let's say in an alternate reality,
right.
We developed Pillar, I don't know, as Monzo. The synthetic service would be the service that takes your pound coins, or let's say we're living in an alternate reality where the pound coins are Pillar, for example, and you go to another country and you tap your card. The synthetic service would take the primary currency, which is your Pillar, and exchange it for whatever it is they're asking for.
And seamlessly, I don't need to do anything.
Yeah, you don't need to do anything.
If there's any gas fees or anything, any fees at all,
we swallow that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, think about a world, now, let's say today, where not only did you have to pay for the product, but if you had to pay for your product and the transaction fee, because there is a transaction fee, someone's swallowing it, right? But there is a transaction fee every time you pay with your card. That's not very nice, and it also devalues the whole experience of buying.
Of course.
You're paying for your product, but then you're paying for the privilege of it. Now this is what happens now with the Ethereum blockchain and the blockchains. Generally, you have to pay a transaction fee, but with the Pillar Meta token and the synthetic service, we are swallowing the transaction fees, the gas price, the gas fees, and we are providing an instant and seamless experience for you.
Awesome.
It's been like months in the making, this project, and only a few days ago we were successfully making exchanges. So we've done it.
Yay!
It's a long journey. It's been hard
almost
work.
like a development diary right here. Yeah.
It's been really hard work, but just to see it working at 3:30 in the morning 3 nights ago was just like such a happy feeling, because I know what it's going to open the door to.
Awesome.
And I shut my lid and just went to bed.
Awesome. Cool. Tricky question again. Another curveball.
Yeah, no worries.
Is it possible, again, in the future?
Yeah.
Because I'm one of these guys.
Yeah, me and you too.
In the future, would it be possible, given that we have the licenses for it and everything, to buy real things? When I mean real things, like paying for my bus ticket with my Pillar?
Yes, in theory, yes.
Because of the
whole meta token mechanism,
right?
And the synthetic service and the way we designed it to operate, of course it is possible,
right?
And let me just try and think for a moment how that might work. Let's say you know, let's say we have a card that's linked to your Pillar smart wallet, for example. And then your tank is full on your app. Let's say your bus fare is £1, right? You tap your card, it would, whatever payment mechanism in the background linked to your smart wallet would see that it costs £1. We would find out how many pillars that's worth, and then we would deduct it from your Pillar tank.
Right.
And we would send, you know, a successful payment transaction like signal back to the merchant, and then you would see, like, you know, transaction approved. Just simplifying it greatly, but in a nutshell, you know, that's
simplifying it, but at the same time answering my question greatly.
Yeah. So
dude, that is so exciting.
It's entirely possible, and you know, we are building the infrastructure now. You know, it's all starts with synthetic service as well, to allow these sort of transactions, because at the heart of it is exchanging.
Right.
Exchanging. This service, its only job is to exchange.
Right.
You know, so you know, we get this right, we can exchange anything, including like fiat in the future.
So right, I was gonna ask you, like, do you see this happening? But I think you just answered it.
Yeah, it's entirely. I mean, we've got. You know, we have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Synthetic service is the start of something. So we've started the project. You know, we've tested it with just basic test tokens and stuff like that. But the mechanism of exchanging is the same. So it's going to work the same way for other tokens, and eventually, maybe we're going to add fiat. And I say maybe because we might focus exclusively on tokens for now, which is the logical thing to do because it's supported out of the box. But maybe in the future, you know, we could add fiat currency to it as well. It's a possibility. But we got to start somewhere.
Sure. That's exciting already. Yeah. Already. Dude, thank you so much for this.
No problem.
This got my juices flowing.
Yeah. Serious stuff.
Yeah. That's awesome. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this as well. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because more content with Kieran and other members of our team is coming in the future. Yeah. So Kieran, thank you very much for this.
No problem.
And we're gonna actually stop recording right now because we've been recording here for a while.
Having great fun.
Yeah. But I need to let him go because it's about beer o'clock.
It is about beer o'clock.
So guess I'll see you guys later.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.